Alright guys, we are going to do another penny hunt. I've been doing a lot of penny hunts lately, but I don't regret doing them. I don't regret doing a lot of penny hunts lately because, as you guys know, they're discontinuing the pennies next year, so who knows how long I'll be able to hunt penny boxes, so I'm hunting as many as I can. And we got this one today. I did get it at my local Chase, so, yeah, hopefully it's good. The box that I did when I put it up against that Texas box did pretty well. Not sure that it won the battle against Texas, but it did pretty well. So hopefully this box from the same bank does well also. I get pretty much all my boxes from the same branch. Yeah, so I opened it, and we actually do have an ender. It is a wheat penny. I'm not sure what the exact date is. All I can tell is that it's in the 40s. It says 1940 something. And I think it might be a D. I'm not sure what the mint mark is, but we have an ender. And you know what? Let's do something different. Let's open that roll first. Usually we save it till the end, but let's open it first and see what's inside. And make sure what the date is and see if there are any friends in there. But we have an ender. That's usually a good sign, so let's get into the box. I'll start with this, and hopefully we can find some goodies. Oh, and I will not be using the tripod for this video, so yeah, just let me know. Alright, we have the ender right here. Let's go and open it up and see if there are any friends with it. Alright, let's see here. My penny mat is still pretty warped. I need to put it under like a heavy book or something for a while and see if it'll flatten out a bit. Alright, so here's the ender. It is a 1946 out of San Francisco. I thought it might have been a 46. The 46s can sometimes get a little bit more worn, so it's sometimes harder to see the date. But, I see a couple other ones that look kind of old, so maybe, who knows? Nope, not old. I thought that actually might have been one. I'm not seeing any other wheat pennies in this roll here. Nope. Oh, 1959. Well, got a 59 in the first roll also. A lot of copper. A lot of copper in this roll. So, decent copper usually is indicative of a good box. So, we'll get into the rest of the box and see what we can get. Alright, I'm on roll number 5, and got my first wheat penny other than the ender. 1958D. That's number 2 in the box. Alright, it's been a few rolls. We're on roll, I think, 13, but this one was kind of damaged, and picked it up. Thought it was just a beat up copper, but I saw it was a 57. So it is another Wheatie, number 3. Alright, I don't see any other ones. Just pulling out the copper here. 67, 77. Alright, well, we'll keep going. Alright, guys. You are staring at a sparsely coin-filled mat because, yeah, we went through the entire rest of that box. And only found one more wheat penny. Man, I really regret holding on to this box for so long. Because you'd think, with a wheat penny ender, you definitely have more than 4 total. The one that we did get, I was going to bring you in for it, but I was just getting so discouraged that I just decided to go through the whole box. It's a 51 Philly. We did get a few Canadian pennies, more Canadian pennies than wheat pennies. More Canadian pennies I usually get in a box. 71, 72, 77, 79, 81, and 82. And it's like the dates we got weren't even that great either. We got a 46S, which was the Ender, the only one in the 40s. A 51P, a 57D, and 57D and 58D, both in very bad condition. Only other things I pulled out, this one was kind of interesting because it looks like someone like covered this coin in tape. I don't know, it's kind of weird. This 1982 Philly that's in great shape. I think it's a Zinken, but I'll have to weigh it up just to make sure. Some 1959s that I pull out just for counting purposes. I just keep them with copper, though. A couple of these ones, which I've gotten coins like this before that look like they have some of the copper layer missing. These ones, most of the time, these probably end up being post-mint damage. Like someone either tried to make it look like an error. I don't know what people did to them. But I hold on to them just in case. Like I find out, maybe who knows, maybe they're not. Couple, not even very many nice copper pennies too. We got a nice 64 and a nice 69 Denver. So yeah, that was, honestly, I'd probably venture to say that was probably the roughest penny box I've ever gotten from my local bank. I don't remember any box from this branch ever having less than like 6 or 7. And honestly, I'm trying to think if I've even ever had a more worse machine wrapped penny box, and I don't think I have. I think in all the time of me hunting machine wrapped penny boxes, I think the box that had the lowest might have been like 5, but even that I doubt. The lowest amount of Wheaties I've probably ever gotten in a machine wrapped box is probably like 6. So this was definitely not a good box. And obviously in custom wrapped I have gotten less. I've had custom wraps that have had no wheat pennies. I've had custom wraps $25 that have had only 1. But for a machine wrapped box from a branch, my local branch that usually is very consistent, and in having an Ender, you would think that I would have gotten more in the box. And at first, when I started going a little while without a wheat, but like I had those first 3, and I started going a while without getting anything. At first, I thought that it was just like, because, as I say, with boxes like this, the rolls are on their side. So I always take all the rolls out and check for Enders. And, there's a chance that maybe a bunch of the rolls that had Wheaties in them, ended up at the bottom. And so I was going through and I was like, I ended up getting like 20 rolls, 20 rolls left. And I was like, I was just holding on to hope. The wheat penny, the rolls with most of the wheat pennies, I ended up just putting at the bottom. But no, the box just didn't have very many. So, definitely probably going to add this to another video. I'm not sure if I'm probably going to add this to another box. It'll probably be another machine wrapped hunt. So, this video will probably end up being a $50 hunt. I don't know, though. I am tempted to to upload this because, it's one of those things. This is how coin roll hunting is. Sometimes, sometimes you get bad boxes, and even when you get bad boxes, sometimes you get ones that are even worse than what's normally a bad box for you. So, I might upload this maybe to just, show that this is how coin roll hunting is sometimes. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that or add another penny hunt onto this. So, whatever I end up doing, I'll either see you guys in the next video or see you guys in the next penny hunt. Alright guys, we got another penny hunt. We're going to tack this on to the last box that I hunted. Now, mind you, that footage, I don't even know how long ago I filmed that. It's at least been a month. But I've held on to that footage so long because I just really haven't had anything that compatible to add it to. And it's been a while since I've hunted a penny box. So I was ordering a couple boxes this week. So I thought I'd tack this on. Now, Usually, I'd only do it as a 2-box hunt, and typically I'd only tack on one other box, but I opened this box here. I opened it kind of badly. It was circulated for the most part, and I say for the most part, I'll explain that to you in a minute. But there were some 2025 enders, and I'll tell you why that kind of makes me concerned. I will say, though, there is a 1944 Wheat Penny Ender on this box, which is nice, and this box is, by all means that matter, circulated. But this box, that is, I'm assuming, a sister box, had a lot of 2025s, and honestly, now that I am getting 2025s a lot of the 2025s that I've been getting in my last few videos, I think I'm going to return a lot of them, because this box, as you can see, there's a lot of 2025s. Like, most of the rolls look like this. Maybe like 1 out of 5 or 6 rolls have a non-2025 on the end. So, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hunt this box first, and if there ends up not being any finds, I'll just have gotten it out of the way, and I'll get to this box. But if I end up having even just a little bit of finds, then I will post the video. So, but it really just depends on what we're going to get in here, because I presume it's going to be mostly uncirculated coins, but there's enough circulated coins in here that makes me willing to hunt it. If this was like only one circulated coin, then I'd probably just return it back to the bank. But there are enough circulated pennies on the ends, and I don't know if you can see it from that, but I'm going to get into this box and see if I can find anything, and I will bring you in if I get any finds. Even if I get like one find, I'll bring you in. I mean, if I only end up getting one find or something like that in the box, then I'll still move on to this box. But I'm hoping I at least get a few finds in the box. But again, as I said, it all depends. So I'm going to get into it, see if I can find anything, and I'll bring you in if I get anything in this first box. Alright, just so you guys know, I went through the first roll, and there were a total of 9 coins that were circulated, and two coppers, so just a little bit of a breakdown. Alright, well, we are 28 rolls into the uncirculated box, and we did get a Wheatie. We did get one, right here. 1944 out of Philly. I would say on average each roll has about 3 or 4 copper. So honestly, pretty good chances that we got a wheat penny. The oldest so far was a 1959. So, and then that's our copper so far. All right, let's keep going. All right, I only have 12 rolls left, but I did get another wheat penny. Right here, 1946 out of Denver. So that's 2, and then we got a couple copper. All right, I have another wheat penny. Only a couple rolls left. Right here was reverse facing another 1944. All right, that is 3. All right, I have another wheat penny. I only have one more roll to go. 1955 Denver. Alright, don't see any more copper in the roll. But, let's get on to the last roll. Alright, so we finished that partially uncirculated box of pennies, and I would say about 75% of 75 to 80% of the box was uncirculated, and honestly, we did better than I thought we would. I thought, if any, we'd find maybe 1, maybe 2. But honestly, for a box that had maybe only like 10 full rolls worth of circulated pennies, that's pretty good. I still think I am going to combine it just because I have this box here. I have my camera set up and everything. I'm here. Why not hunt it? We'll make it, I guess, technically a 3-box hunt. Haven't done that in a while. And I will save that ender till the end, and we will open it. Alright, I am on rule number 8, not including the ender. And I actually thought the box would be a lot more uncirculated than it is. It isn't really uncirculated at all. I would say there's maybe 5 2025 pennies per roll. So it's not really uncirculated at all, not even really partially. But it has been a little bit slow so far, but man, we got an oldie, and it is a goodie, and I didn't even see it until I came upon it. Look at this. 1925 San Francisco, and it's even got the woody effect on it. That is an awesome find. It's funny, I was talking about the 2025s, and here we are with a 1925. 100 years old. That is awesome. I think I have that one. The kind of sad thing about this is I'm actually looking for the 1925D, but that is a great first find. Well, we've done it again, guys. Oh my god, I am so freaking excited. You do not know how excited I am right now. Our first find was that 1925 San Francisco. I wanted to show you this also. I found this 1970S that very well could possibly be a proof. It also could be polished. But the edge is thicker, at least at some angles. And I don't know, like, it just doesn't look like, I don't know. It kind of looks a little proof-like to me. So I'm setting that aside. But I open this roll, and look at what is staring down at me. Look at that. Look at that. Holy crap. As you guys know, the last Indian head penny that I found in a machine-wrapped box was that 1865. Now, I doubt it's going to be that old, but this is from the same bank. I mean, I order most of my boxes of pennies from this bank. But holy cow, I had to just sit for a minute, and I took a few photos. Holy cow. This is my... And I know it's got a lot of corrosion, but otherwise, it's in pretty good shape. This is my second one found in a machine-wrapped roll, and my fourth Indian head penny I found all together. Let's see what it is. 1906. Wow, look at the detail on that. Holy cow, look at the condition on that coin. I mean, that's got full Liberty. Obviously, as I said, it's got some corrosion. But look at the detail on that thing. I mean, honestly, like, without the corrosion, I mean, who knows? I might be able to get some of the corrosion off. But, you know, who knows? There's a good chance this was actually buried in the ground for a while. Because I know, you know, obviously, you know, coins, especially Indian head pennies, when they get buried in the ground, they do attract a lot of corrosion, but a lot of times that corrosion protects a lot of the detail. So there's a good chance that I might not be able to get most of the corrosion off of it. But, holy cow, that's in good shape. Holy cow. And this is also actually, believe it or not, this is actually my first Indian head penny in the 1900s that I've ever found. Wow. What a set of finds for this box. Seriously, look at the condition on that thing. Absolutely insane. Oh, man. That feels good. That feels really, really, really good. Let's get back to the hunt. Alright, I'm on the very next roll, and I opened it up, and I saw a very dark, thick edge. At first I thought it was going to be another Indian head penny, but it's not. But it is something really cool. Look at that. I feel like it's been a while since I found one of these. 1951, second to last year. I have found plenty of these, but we have 3 oldies, an old wheat penny, an old Canadian penny, and an Indian head penny. Holy cow. Oh, and speaking of Canadians, I have found a few more. 79, 75, and 91. So, those are the other finds in the box, along with that proof-like 70. Couple nice 2009s. A few nice coppers, and kind of a funny damaged one. Wow. What a first 3 finds. What a start to the box. I am seriously so ecstatic over this. I mean, honestly, I'd say, you know, without the corrosion, this has about XF details. Maybe even AU. It is in fantastic shape on the obverse. Alright, yeah, so I am for sure going to try to get some of that corrosion off. I doubt much of it will come off, but I'll try at the end and I'll give you a result. Alright, I got another wheat penny right here, a couple rolls later. 1944 out of Denver. Alright, let's keep going. Alright, it's been a few rolls, but honestly, if I get nothing else in this box, I'm still going to be happy. But we got 2 wheat pennies in this roll. We got one right here by the date, 1945 out of San Francisco, and one reverse facing. Our newest coin yet, 1952 out of Denver. And a really nice 1974 Philly. I've been getting a few of those. Let's keep going. All right, guys, we have another wheat penny, and rarely am I not able to decipher the dates on wheat pennies, but this one, I have no idea. I could tell it was. You can tell it's a wheat penny, obviously, from the back, and it looks. The sad thing is, it looks older. It looked older. I don't know if you guys can see through the camera. Trying to find out a good way to do this. It looks like it might end with a 7. Obviously, it's 19 something. I'll have to take a closer look at that with the loop, and I'll get back to you. Well, I've spent quite a while looking at this, and I cannot identify the date. It looks like a 19-something 7. So, I don't know what date this is. It'll just go in the unknown category for now, and we'll get back to it. Alright, a couple rolls later, I got another wheat penny. And this one I saw right by the date. Our newest one yet. Of course, unless this one's a 1957, but I doubt it. We got a 1956 out of Philly. Alright, let's keep going. Alright, next roll, very next roll, and we have another older one here. Not nearly as old as the other ones we had, but another in the 30s, 1937 out of Philly. Alright, and I also got this really, really nice 1959D in a great shape. I might set that to the side, so... Alright, let's keep going. Alright, we're getting close to the end of the box, but there's another Wheatie right there, another one face up. Another, again, our newest one, 1957, out of Philly. Alright, let's keep going. Alright, one roll before the ender, and I got another wheat penny. It's another 1957D. It's in pretty good shape. I will take it. Alright, let's keep going. Alright, so let's open this ender. It's a 1944. Right here. Yeah, this has been a great box. As you guys probably already know. Alright, so... Yep, 1944. Out of Philly. And let's see. Oh, there's another one right there. Another one right there. Oh, and there's a Canadian. But we got one right here. 1955 Denver. I don't see anything else in this roll. Nothing else in the roll. So that Canadian that was in that roll was a 1997. I think that's still copper. I can't remember it though. We got a 1998 that is not copper. And then a 1974. Those last two were ones from the last few rolls. So I'm going to organize all the finds and I'll get you guys a wrap up. Alright, so we have finished with that box, and it was a great box, as you guys know. You know, it was great for a lot of reasons. I mean, you know, not only did we get that Indian head penny, which I'm obviously really happy about, but it was a good hunt overall. And I mean, even though that first box was mostly uncirculated, we did get some wheat pennies. We had 2 from 44, both out of Philly, a 46 Denver and a 55 Denver. But yeah, that second box was absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome. And not even just because of the Indian head penny, the other finds too. But I am really happy about that find. So as far as some other kind of side finds, I got that crazy shaved down one, which is kind of interesting. This 1970 that could be a proof. I don't think it is, but I'm going to hold on to it just in case. 4 from 59 total, but I just pull those out to see how many I get. This one is in fantastic shape. It might even upgrade. This might be one of the best ones I've ever seen. It is in great condition. That's why I put it separate from the other nice coppers that I pulled out. And then the lesser new, not as new Canadian pennies. And then a few nice 2009s. Right there, two different varieties, 3 total. And then as far as wheat pennies in that box, 2 from 57, 1 out of Philly, 1 out of Denver. 56 Philly, 55 Denver, 52 Denver, 45S, a 44D, and a 44 Philly, which was the Ender. We got that 1937 right there. We have that unknown one. I want to say it's a 1917, but who knows? I don't think we'll ever be able to get a date. I might check a few other times and try to see. And then we had that King George VI. I keep forgetting how you flip them. 1951, in pretty good shape. I love finding those. And then that 1925S, which is 100 years old, and I'm really happy with it. I haven't been finding the older ones with mint marks lately, so I'm happy about that. And then obviously, by far the best find in the box, that 1906 Indian head penny. I tried to clean it off with a microfiber cloth, and I couldn't really get any of that grime off of there. I think it's just been on the coin for so long. But it is other than that, it is in great condition. And it's nice to find one in good condition because, as I said, this is my, again, believe it or not, this is my first Indian head penny that I found that is, after the 1800s. And obviously, because the other 3 that I found were pre-1900, they weren't in very good shape. So it is nice to get one post-1900 because it's in pretty dang good shape. I'm really happy with this coin. Really happy. I don't often get, in nickels I get buffaloes, and I don't often get flippable finds in penny boxes, but when I do, I'm happy to see it. Yeah, I didn't expect this either. I thought I was just gonna add on a couple penny boxes that I wasn't sure how because honestly, I wasn't sure how this penny box would do either because, the first box was uncirculated, and what I presumed to be the sister box wasn't necessarily uncirculated, but I knew that there was a chance that there might be a lot of new coins, and man, it came in clutch. I am so happy with this. Anyway, I'm going to end it here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.